Hello, this is Dr. Sridhar Mote here with towards the contract management lecture series through this YouTube channel. I'm going to today deliberate on delays, disruptions, and EOT. With 35 years of experience in industry, I have been teaching this contract management as a subject as a visiting faculty to various premier and teaching and training institutes. This session deals with delays, disruptions, and extension of time and the related issues. I also authored a book on infrastructure contracts and management, published by renowned publisher Asia Law House. This book is available in Amazon.in. The glimpse of the book I am showing here with. The expected takeaways from this session are going to be differentiation between delays and disruptions, causes and types of delays, concepts of delay analysis methodologies, extension of time and contentious issues related with EOT. United Kingdom Society of Construction Law delay and disruption protocol principles, and also important points related to EOT and such contemporary contentious issues. These are the likely takeaways from this lesson lecture series. As we all know, presently only few contracts are getting completed in scheduled time periods. As per a report, more than 84% of projects are undergoing time overruns, which eventually result in cost overruns. When there is a delay in project execution, obviously both parties to the contract, employer and the contractor, will allege against each other on the causes of delay, responsibility of delay, just to avoid their part of contractual liabilities. Obviously, the delays and responsibility for such delays and their impact on project schedule often give rise to complex nature of issues. Now we try to understand the differentiation between delay and disruption. Delay is fundamentally lateness, means late, delay, caused due to some hindrance, any type of hindrance. While disruption is an impediment in normal flow of operations. Disruption is an impediment in the planned flow of sequence of operations to accomplish a job. So disruption and delay both will result in extra efforts, which also cause extra cost besides involvement of extra time. This is the catch. When the project is delayed, extension of time becomes one of the contentious issues naturally. In FIDIC model contracts, engineer has at the first place authority to determine the EOT. In employer and contractor model contracts, typically the employer's representative, who is now popularly referred as engineer in charge, has the authority to determine the extension of time. If one can just categorize the delays based on who caused the delays, there can be three such types of delays. One is an owner caused delay, means these are the delays attributable to owner caused. Second type of delays are contractor caused delays. These are the delays caused by the contractor. Third category are third party delays. Neither the employer nor the contractor are attributable for such delays, but the reasons might be due to third party or might be due to force majeure conditions, act of God. Now, if the delays are categorized based on the types in another sense, the first category of delays are compensable excusable delay. Here, the delays are excused, means definitely such delays are not caused by the contractor. And delays legally are compensable, means cost can be claimed against the delays cost. So cost and time both are entitled by the contractor. Normally, owner caused delays are categorized into compensable, excusable delays. The second type of delays is excusable, non-compensable delay. Here, delay can be condoned, excused, but it cannot be compensated. It means that neither it is a contractor caused delay, since owner is not responsible, so non-compensable. So it is also not owner caused delay. Might be some third party, neither the owner nor the contractor caused delays. Since the contractor is not responsible, time can be given. So delay can be excusable, but no cost compensation. Third category of delays are non-excusable delays. These are the contractor caused delays. Here, the delay is not excused, contractor caused. The remedy is owners have a tendency to levy the liquidated damages normally incorporated in the contract. So these are contractor caused and non-excusable to be penalized by a way of penalties or LDs as per the agreement terms and conditions. Some type of delays can be concurrent delays. Concurrent means more than one types of delays occurring simultaneously, means in parallel. In case of such delays, there will be overlapping of the time periods. So considering the overlapping, the net amount of delay is worked out. Again, there may be eventualities that two types of concurrent delays running in parallel, means one can be owner caused delay running concurrently with contractor caused delay. In such situations, the dormant cause, means the dominant cause of delay is first found out. So to establish who is responsible for such delay. When various types of such delays occur, typically delays have to be justified and substantiated through a suitable delay analysis techniques. For carrying out the delay analysis through a suitable methodology, it is imperative that a baseline program, means a work program agreed at the initial stages, beginning stages itself, that is called a baseline program, should be established, so that on such baseline program, the delays can be impacted. The impact of delays can be studied and critical paths can be identified, and the delays on critical paths can be identified. Normally, a baseline construction program is agreed and submitted at the initial stages of work commencement. Such scheduled based program is normally done on software like MS Project or Primavera as it is, which shows various activities and also schedules of various activities along with identification of critical paths. When delays are caused, the delay analysis is very important, which can show the cause of delay, who is responsible for delay, and also liability for such delay as per the contract terms, impact of the delay, and the schedule it affects. If there are concurrent delays, consideration of such concurrent delays, and what are the effects on critical path. So based on this, the final impact, quantification of extra time lost, so that a delay analysis will establish how much is the extra time quantification is justified. Normally, on planned or baseline program, such impact of the delay is established and studied. Now let us see some delay analysis methodologies. Obviously, the delay analysis methodologies are based on CPM scheduled methods, means CPM scheduled based delay analysis methodologies. The first one is as planned versus as built delay analysis. In this, the baseline program means what is planned as baseline planned schedule. As built schedule is such a schedule which is actually constructed, means as it is executed for each activity. So there is a comparison made for as planned versus as built to identify the delays and responsibilities. Next is impacted planned schedule method. In this, the planned schedule is impacted for the delays caused from the beginning itself. So this is a forward moving technique. This obviously gives on the planned schedule when the delays are impacted. It is obviously what is the contractor entitled for EOT. So this is an entitled revised schedule that is also called but for schedule. Next type of methodology is collapsed as built methodology. In this, on the as built schedule means as it is the project how it is built on such as built schedule, the delays are removed working from backwards. So this is exactly the opposite of impacted as planned schedule. In this, the delays from the as built are reduced, means removed. Just to say this could have been the project schedule. This is compared with as planned to check out whether any contractor caused delays or not. Next is Windows delay analysis method. In this, the project is divided into certain distinct time slots or snapshots called windows. At each window stage, the delay analysis is made, updating the schedule up to that period, leaving the balance network or schedule untouched. So at each window stage, the delay analysis is done and schedule is revised. Next is time impact analysis, which is very advanced method and a contemporaneous method. Through software, it is dynamically at the instance of each delay, before occurrence of delay and after occurrence of delay, the project schedules are updated. This is a very advanced and dynamic method. We will see in detail what are the advantages and disadvantages of various such methodologies. As planned versus as built schedule is a very simple to use. It is a comparison of as planned versus as built schedules to analyze the delays and causes of delay. It is simple and easy to use, but the disadvantages is critical paths and complexities are cannot be analyzed. Of course, it is simple to use, and the advantages is it can be even used after completion of the work also based on the records. Right. Next is impacted as planned. As we have seen on the as planned schedule, delays are impacted moving from forward direction, starting from beginning. Obviously, this gives but for our entitlement schedule. Here also, changes to critical path, concurrent delays cannot be considered. This is also very simple to use and can be used after completion of the work also based on the records. In collapsed as-built analysis, this is a reverse process of as planned. In this as-built analysis schedule, as-built schedule, the delays are removed from the schedule or means delays are collapsed one by one, moving from backward. So this exhibits how the project could have been completed but for delays. This is the most popularly and widely used, and the contractors often use this for depicting the impact of owner cost delays. This is exactly the reverse of the above, impacted as planned schedule. As we have discussed, windows analysis is a project divided into time slots called windows or snapshots. Up to that window stage, schedule is updated, leaving the balance unchanged. This cannot be used after completion of the work. This is a very contemporaneous method and gives good results during the execution. Means the delay analysis should be done not at the end. It should be done dynamically at each stage during the execution contemporaneously. In time impact analysis, which is most reliable and dynamic one, this also should be done contemporaneously, means during the course of execution itself. In this schedule, prior to and after the delay event is updated. This uses the sophisticated software, trained and skilled manpower, requiring time and costs. So this is though reliable, is requiring trained manpower and also costly. So here the question comes, which type of delay analysis methodology is suitable? Slightly different methods give different results. So there is no uniform acceptable methodology of delay analysis. It is imperative that the parties have to make an agreement at the beginning itself on which type of delay analysis can be used without any difference of opinions. Obviously, the choice of methodology of delay analysis depends upon the availability of records. Stage of the project. After completion of the project, windows and time impact cannot be followed. It is only as built or collapsed as built, as planned versus as built. Again, the availability of records, time and availability of resources, cost is also will decide which type of method is suitable. In the light of above discussions, it is imperative to that the contracting firms and contractor should apply EOT well in advance in time with suitable justification and delay analysis showing the cause of delay, who is responsible for delay, and also impact on the project schedule with a suitable delay analysis. Then only one can justify the entitlement of extra time requirement. Now, for the employers, a general directive is that the EOT application to be scrutinized not to check the liability of the contractor, but overall the entitlement as per the contract, what is the time requirement extra needed. That is the true spirit of EOT scrutiny and agreement or sanction. United Kingdom Society of Construction Law, UKSCL it is called, has published delay analysis protocols way back in 2002. That delay analysis protocols are embodied by four core principles: program, extension of time, records, likewise. So such protocols are just like good industry practices and guidelines to be followed by the parties for the delay analysis. In 2017, these protocols have been revised by UK SCL, embodying 22 core guiding principles as good practices. These principles do not supersede the terms of contract, but these are only good industry practices and guiding principles. These revised protocols stipulate that EOT to be made prospectively, not at the end of the project, when during the intermediate stages EOT has to be agreed and sanctioned. Also, these principles envisage what type of records are to be maintained for the delay analysis, and how the baseline program to be agreed, and the type of delay analysis to be adopted, which has to be agreed during the course of execution to avoid later stage litigations. Finally, let us discuss some important issues on EOT. It is advisable to give suitable notifications whenever the hindrance occur. Normally, contract conditions may stipulate some time periods to give or notify the hindrances. Say if the hindrance is occurring, the contractor is supposed to notify within 28 days or 45 days as per the contract terms and conditions. So within time, it is imperative to notify the types of delays, stating that the delay analysis and the impact will be submitted subsequently. And it is better to apply for valid extension of time in between stages with suitable delay analysis. There is a notion on provisional extension of time. The employers have a tendency to grant the extension of time provisionally pending the final determination of EOT. In that provisional EOT, there may be terms reserving the right of the department to levy LDs. Subjected to that, they grant the time provisionally as an ad hoc basis. So this is also done with a view to keep the contracts alive, but eventually granting a valid extension is a very good proposition. Now, liquidated damages and penalty are often encountered by the project managers. Liquidated damages are viewed legally as a pre-estimated, genuinely pre-agreed estimated damages incorporated and agreed in the contract. So, when LDs are there, the owners will levy the LDs citing the contractor cost delays. Penalty and every LD class will have a cap, limitation of liability, maximum LD, say 5% or 10% of contract price. And certain contracts may specify penalties, not LDs. So amount and as a penalty for the delays cost. Whether a particular class of the contract, whatever the term is used, whether it is an LD class or a penalty class, is judged by the wording of the contract term and also intention of the parties. Just mere heading will not decide legally what it is. Also, there are certain apprehensions on undertakings and no claim certificates. Normally, employer departments may be asking the contractors to give an undertaking or a no claim certificate while granting EOT or passing the final bill. Now, legally, such no claim certificates or undertakings can be legally challenged because law assumes that any agreement should be done with a free will without any influence or without any coercion, threat like that. Generally, the person who gives the undertaking or a no claim certificate, the contractor will argue legally that he has to give this under compulsion for getting the final payments or EOT sanction, and it is not given voluntarily. They may argue. So this is the position. For any support or help in management of infrastructure contracts, you can reach me at this email ID. Thank you. Please keep watching this YouTube channel on various lectures covered on the contract management topics. Also, please popularize this YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you all.